Alright, if you have any sort of business that you're running and you feel like you're not getting the results that you should be, or that you're putting in hours and hours of work every day but just not getting any good outcomes, then it might not be a problem of how much time you're putting in, but a problem of what you're doing with that time. So let me tell you a little story about guy A versus guy B. So it's perfecting versus doing. So guy A and guy B both like to work out and they both want to get a better physique. But guy A over here has all the nice equipment. He has the cable flies, the bench press, the chest press, the whole dumbbell rack, the creatine, the protein powder. He has all the supplements, the machines. He's just perfecting his gym. He's trying to get everything as nice as possible so that he can hopefully get a really good physique. But then there's guy B on the other hand. He has no special supplements, no dumbbells, no machines. All he can do is push-ups, pull-ups, dips, maybe sit-ups, just all the basic body weight workouts. But guy A over here with all the nice equipment goes to the gym 2 to 3 days a week. He goes to mild discomfort. He gets only 4 hours of sleep and he eats fast food every day. Now guy B on the other hand, even though he has limited resources and he can only do basic bodyweight exercises, he still manages to exercise 6 days a week, taking only 1 rest day. He goes to absolute failure on every single set. He gets 8 hours of sleep every single night and he eats clean food with high protein and nutrients. He can only do push-ups, sit-ups, all the basic workouts, but he still manages to do all the right things and actually lift the weights. So after 365 days, guy A has the same physique, if not worse, because of the bad habits, where guy B is extremely jacked and he's in the best shape of his life. And you can apply this exact scenario to any business you're running. It doesn't matter if it's SMMA, drop shipping, freelance brand scaling, affiliate marketing, Amazon FBA, it does not matter. So let's say if we go back through this, but we imagine it in a business perspective. So guy A, he has built out the best offer possible. He has the nicest website. He's hired people to maybe outsource and run the best Facebook ads possible. And he has the best cold calling script. Whereas guy B has a mediocre offer. He has to do all the work himself. He hasn't hired anybody. His website looks pretty basic. And maybe he doesn't have a very nice laptop, so it's a little bit difficult for him to get a lot of work done. Now, guy A's problem is that he only outreaches once every week, so he might do 20 cold calls on that day, 30 DMs, and maybe 50 emails. And he's stuck doing the things that are kind of fun to do with his business, but they're not actually going to progress him forward. So maybe he books a client once every month, but now he doesn't have any experience with going on to sales calls, so he doesn't have the ability to close any of these clients. And his business from the outside perspective looks all perfect and shiny with the nice website and offer and all the nice things, but he's actually making no money because he just doesn't want to do the dirty work of actually just outreaching local businesses because it's not as fun as building your website and making it look all nice. But over here with guy B, he cold calls every single day, 100 cold calls a day. He sends 50 emails per day. And even though his offer isn't as good, through the feedback that he gets with this outreach, he can improve his offer and build it up to be just as good, if not better, as this guy's offer because he's actually able to get feedback from clients. And maybe since he's doing so much outreach, he'll actually be able to get experience on sales calls and close clients. And then once he closes the clients, he'll be able to get feedback on his offer so that he can improve it, and he can also improve his service delivery. So even though you might think that this guy's business is way better, if you're not outreaching and doing the things that aren't fun, your business just simply won't progress. So now, after a year of running their businesses, over here, guy A has still an amazing offer, an amazing website, but he only might have 2 clients. He's only gotten 2 clients in an entire year. And from this, he doesn't really know what to improve. He's just getting them mediocre results that they've seen before. Nothing substantial is really happening with his company. But over here, after guy B has been doing outreach for such a long time, he's been doing it consistently every single day, he's been able to get high-ticket clients, get feedback from them, improve his business. And now even though guy A has spent all this time perfecting his offer, his website, all his Instagram and Facebook accounts, guy B, just because he was able to outreach, he now has been able to build his social media profiles, his website, and his offer to be even much better than guy A, even though that was his entire goal. So from this, you can learn that even if you have the best gym equipment, or in a business perspective, you have the best website, it doesn't matter if you can't lift the weights or if you can't, call up or email local businesses and actually get them interested in your offer. So I think a lot of people spend too much time on the things that don't even matter. And if they would have just dedicated their time to the few things that do actually help your business or your physique progress, then they would see results so much quicker than the people who try to perfect every single step. And there was actually a college professor who did a test with this, and the objective was for the students to try and get the best photo possible. It could be anything. Just try to get an award-winning level photo. And he split the class in half. The first half was to try and spend so much time getting all the angles and lighting and the perfect objects in the background, getting all that right. And the other group, their objective was to just take as many photos as possible and kind of improve as they go. And at the end of it, they lined up 10 photos each. And the first group, they had 10 photos, and all of them, since it took so much time, they were only able to learn a little bit through these photos. But the other group over here, they took hundreds and hundreds of photos, and suddenly they have all the experience with finding out what actually looked best from the previous photos and improving it. And in the end, this group had much better looking photos than this group. So I hope you guys found this video valuable. It can really be applied into every single different corner of life. And yeah, just join the free Discord. I'll have it linked down in the description. I upload new resources in there every other day. And there's a leveling system where you can unlock new things. And there's plenty of other people who are probably in the same spot as you trying to progress in their business. So you can always network and communicate with them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's not super complex or anything, but I know it could help a lot of people out. So peace.